Welcome to the Legalpreneur podcast. I'm your host, Andrea Sager, founder and CEO of Legalpreneur Inc. As a serial entrepreneur and someone that works exclusively with small business owners legally protecting their business, I'm dedicated to covering common legal issues faced by business owners, providing you with the business knowledge you need to catapult your business's growth and showing you just how some of the world's most elite entrepreneurs have handled these legal and business issues themselves. In true attorney fashion, the information in this episode is not legal advice. This is for informational purposes only, and you should always consult with your attorney before implementing any of the information in the show. Hey there, welcome back to another episode of the Legalpreneur podcast. I'm so excited about today's episode because I'm really taking you behind the scenes of why we do what we do, which is provide so much free education. Now, before we get into it, I have to remind you of one of the free education opportunities we have coming up, which is our trademark webinar. Does your small business need a trademark? Most likely, yes, but there are times where you don't necessarily need a trademark. So we're covering all the ins and outs of trademarks in our free webinars happening February 23rd and 24th. It's the same webinar both times, so you only need to sign up for one. Don't miss this, you guys, because we haven't even offered this, and I think it's been a year. So this doesn't come around very often. So get in on it now. Yes, there will be a very, very limited replay, but don't sign up and think you're going to watch the replay because it's only available for a very limited amount of time. So just plan on showing up live because we always have freebies for those that show up live. So just sign up in the show notes. The link's there. Get it. And I'll see you on the 23rd and 24th. Okay, so why do we educate for free? I get the question all the time, whether it's from attorneys, from clients, or whoever. It's like, why do you guys put so much free content out there? Like, you should be charging for this content. And we could be charging. I don't think we should be charging for it, but absolutely, we could be charging for it. Early on in my legal career, so now, we've transitioned away from the law firm exclusively into Legalpreneur Inc. And early on in the law firm, I just saw the barrier that small businesses had to make that connection of, oh, I need this legal protection. And in order to get them to realize, hey, I needed this yesterday, and to really get them to sense the urgency, I realized very early on in my legal career that these small business owners have to be educated first. And that's ultimately why we educate for free so much, because you think about it, you as the entrepreneur, if you didn't have my podcast, if you weren't in my circle, if you weren't getting my free education, would you know any of the stuff that you needed for your business? I'm going to guess the answer is no. And that's the issue. I'm not trying to put some big complex, like this big complex on me, like, oh, without me, you wouldn't know anything. No, like, I just think I've done a service for small business owners by educating them. And then it's like, hey, we happen to be here to help you get this done if you don't want to do it on your own, which has benefited us. Like, we have so many people in our circle, so many people in our audience, because they trust us, because they know, hey, she's a trusted resource that I can go to when I have questions about the legal stuff. And what it's actually turned into is, hey, we're a huge resource for any business needing anything. Like, we're actually going to be creating a directory of businesses, and we're actually going to be creating a go-to resource for you guys to not just get the legal stuff that you need. It's going to be a directory to find trusted resources, because I firmly, I've seen so much as a attorney for many small business owners in the industry. I've seen small business owners get screwed. And so because of that, I want to create a trusted resource where business owners know, like, hey, I can go find this trusted web designer here. I can go find this trusted copywriter here. I can go find this trusted accountant here. The legal space is not an easy industry to be in, because when you're serving small business owners like we are, you guys aren't initially making that connection. Hey, I need this legal protection. And you may have an idea oh, I know I need something. I just don't know exactly what I need. But if you go to an attorney, most likely they're going to charge you several $100s to initially even tell you what you need. And as a small business owner myself, serial entrepreneur here, I've seen every side of the coin of this. I've been the super small business owner. I've worked at a big law firm where small businesses couldn't afford to work with us. And then I own the small firm and working with small business owners. And now we have Legalpreneur. Everything that I've done has just been in an effort to serve more people. And now Legalpreneur, like, that's my effort to serve even more people than I could with the law firm. And our big push this year is more content. Like, you notice we started putting out 3 episodes a week, and that's to make sure that you guys are getting even more education, and you guys are hearing from more entrepreneurs. You're hearing more of the business side of things from us, because we don't want to just be that legal go-to for you. We want to be a trusted resource for everything. So that's why we educate for free. And I know a lot of business owners, I encourage you guys to look into, hey, should I be educating more for free? Should I be putting more content out there? Because the content and the free education, that's how people trust you. So we all know, or hopefully you know, the sales process. In order to get a sale from somebody, they have to know, like, and trust you. Trust is really hard to get. And if you're providing that free content, that's going to fill all 3 of those, because they're going to come into your circle. They're going to somehow get into your audience. So they'll get to know you, and they keep watching your stuff. And that means hopefully they like you. And then you just keep educating them, and now they trust you. And so once you put an offer in front of them, they're like, absolutely, I needed that yesterday. So don't be afraid to put out more content, because that's how people get to know, like, and trust you. That's why we put out as much free education and as much free content as we do. So you should think about doing the same. Don't forget about our free webinars coming up February 23rd and 24th, all about the trademarks, all about the trademark stuff, the ins and outs. And I'm hoping, the goal this year is to offer it more than once. Last year, we had so much going on, we only offered it once. So this year, we're going to be offering it multiple times, but I don't know when. I don't know exactly when we will be able to offer it again. So sign up now, share it with your friends, let them know, like, hey, if you're a business owner, you need to be at this webinar. It's absolutely free. You're going to learn everything you need to know about trademarks. I'll see you guys there. Here at Legalpreneur, we're committed to providing a supportive legal community for all business owners. I know how scary the legal stuff can be. If you found this information helpful, I would be so grateful if you could share it with a fellow business owner. And quite frankly, it doesn't cost anything to rate, review, or subscribe to the show. Your support helps me reach more listeners, which allows me to support more business owners in their entrepreneurial journey. Have any questions or comments about the show? Feel free to drop me a line on Instagram. I promise I read all of the messages and comments. And if you want to be a guest on the show or know someone that would make a great guest, simply fill out our application form and a team member will reach out if we think it's a good fit. I'll see you in the next episode.